Hey!
Hey everybody, welcome to Curse the Dawn Late Night Gaming here on the Curse the Cluster Extinction server on my new cluster, ARK cluster. We have Extinction, Ragnarok, and Crystal Isles, and we can jump back and forth between them. And since Extinction just came out, that's where we've been at, and we've been kind of busy. If you saw the first video, we were out in the, I don't know what you call it, grasslands out there outside of Sanctuary, which is this city. And we put a base right next to a terminal because that's where we can transfer from the other maps, from Ragnarok and from Crystal Isles. So we set up a little base there just because it's a starter base. We didn't know where to go, and since then we've done a little bit looking around. We went and got our we went and got 2 of our griffins and brought them over just so we could scout the area a bit easier. And I decided that maybe living in Sanctuary was the best bet because everywhere else seems to be, it drains your health and it drains your food and water, and I don't want to deal with that stuff. So we're here on Sanctuary, and so we've kind of left the country and moved into the big city, you could say, and I've been very busy. So I'm going to show you our base here, and we picked the area. I don't know if you're familiar with Extinction yet, but we picked the area that has the pink banners because it's the only place that does. So it's unique, and you can actually get lost in here if you're. It's kind of easy to lose your way. They don't have a lot of distinct landmarks except for these banners, and this pink ones are the only place there are. So I started a base here. So this place is like a circle. It goes around. There's a hole in the middle. I thought at first perhaps I could maybe put a platform there, but it's a lot bigger than I expected. That's going to be a hard hole to fill. So I'm not going to attempt that. So in the meantime, I've been working very hard, and I'll give you a tour of our base. Joining me is Kat. She's been on here and helped build the other spot. She has not seen this yet. She asked if I showed her a screenshot of the area. She approved. She said, "You're going to start building?" And I said yes, and I just kind of built everything. So with a view like that, why cover it up? So I didn't. So from here you can see everything. We are indoors. We could even potentially put crop plots here if we could irrigate them. I don't know if we're going to do that though. And then this side is just going to be the kind of work area with the crafting stuff. This side is going to be the kitchen area. I haven't started on that yet. And I was going to put a wind turbine because I prefer that over the generators because you don't have to keep feeding gas. But I don't think there's any wind here. I built one and it just sat there for hours and hours not spinning, so I don't think there's wind in either Extinction. I don't know if there's definitely wind out in the desert, but here in Sanctuary there isn't. It just sat there and didn't move. So then this door leads out the other. Okay, it'd be crazy then. There you go. This leads out to the other side of the circle. And then if we go upstairs, got our upstairs over there. Just a little spiral stairway, and ta-da! This is going to be Kat's room. She can decorate it as she sees fit. And this one is going to be mine. I put a fancy pineapple king-size bed. This is from the Eco Decor mod. This has 4 mods on it, the server. I modded it. It's got S Plus, of course, Platforms Plus, Pillars Plus. No, it doesn't have Pillars Plus. It has, what is it? Saddle Emporium, and what's the final one? The Eco stuff. Did I ever say that? So let me see. S Plus, Platforms Plus, Saddle Emporium, Eco Decor. Yeah, that's all I've got on here for mods. So it's more of aesthetic and helping building. It's not really anything very cheaty. We do have a few turned up things like taming and stuff because I just don't have time for that. But go up here, and now we're on to the roof. As you, of course, can see down below. And here's Sarge, one of the griffins we brought over. I've been told the snowy owls are basically a griffin. I don't know if that's true or not. I went over and looked at a few of them, but didn't see any high levels, so. So if we were to take a look at the place. So it's not, I wouldn't say it's the fanciest place, but it's not the worst. I'll take a shot for Instagram. 1, 2, 3. Ta-da. Okay. And we're also, we have this above us, which really, I think, helps. Because they have those random meteor showers. And the meteors come down and they crash into a barrier sometimes. Sometimes they don't. Now, I'm not sure what what means it's going to go through and what means it isn't, because I've seen them crash into buildings. I'm not sure why they sometimes crash into buildings, sometimes they don't. Oh, we've got a city portal here, city terminal. And from the city terminals you can build scouts and enforcers, and of course upload and download our creatures. This is how we go. We can also travel to another server, which is, if we click that, and you can see we have Crystal Isles and we have Ragnarok here on the Cursta cluster. But there is a problem, and now I haven't played Extinction enough. Basically, I have just been building and trying to get a base set up with a little bit of exploring. But the problem I'm seeing is that a lot of the things here need tech. And Kat and I have never gotten into the tech tier. Now, what is that? That. Oh, there's a spider under there. Huh. Creepy. Oh, hey, Carno. Freaky Carno here. 2 of them. Up here pretty high. So Kat and I have never killed a boss together. I have done it on Dragonpunk, but this isn't that character. So Kat and I have never killed a boss, and so we have never gotten any tech. We've never made it to the tech tier because we haven't killed a boss. So it's always just been the 2 of us, Um, hmm. So I'm concerned that without the tech tier, we can't build any of these things. Because almost everything says can be built in the tech replicator, which I don't have. I've never unlocked. So I don't know if we need to kill titans to do that, or it doesn't seem like it would make sense that you'd have to go back to the island, and because a lot of people start new characters when they start new maps like Extinction. So at what point are they going to get the tech if they've never killed a boss with that character? Doesn't that mean they have to kill a titan with it, or I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Sanctuary is pretty cool though. The few things that bother me is the, since I work in the game industry, I can critique things, right? These structures are just like shapes. They're kind of meaningless shapes. Now I think they're supposed to appear to be futuristic buildings. There's not really an interior to any of them. You can't go inside. There are things that kind of look like maybe they're meant to be doors. But of course they don't open. There is no inside there. And the other thing, let me see if I can show you. Now, if you've ever tried to build in ARK using existing structures, you know the frustration. This is not considered the ground. So, if I take something like, grab something like this, and put it on here. See, it's green. I can place this. This is an S+ Smithy if you don't know. But here it says requires placement on a floor. So it does not consider this to be the floor. So you can never build, and it's that way across all the maps. All the ARK maps, you try to build on a structure, you cannot. And then the second thing, so what that forces you to do is it forces you to, oops, I don't need to do that. It forces you to put down foundations like I've done here. And ideally you want to put them flush with this ground. Now that wasn't something I was able to do, but I was able to make it flush with this lip right here, this little, see this here? It's pretty close, see? We're right there. And this seam, it's hard for me to describe. This seam is right perfectly aligned. I spent a lot of time to make it perfectly aligned. Here, let's see if I can explain. So this square we're looking at right here. See how it's got this open area? I perfectly made the foundations flush with this. As absolutely perfect as you could be. So let's pretend foundations are a unit. You understand what I mean? Like a unit of measurement. So we have 1 foundation, 2 foundation, 3 foundation, 4 foundation, 5. You see what I'm saying? Now this structure, you think the designers and the modelers making the structures have that unit in mind in their head, because everyone in every game you make, when you're making games, you have a metric that you follow, and these are not within it. So hello, it's a scout. So with the foundation perfectly flush, you do the foundations across and it is not even. you end up with like this little space that does not, like you could almost walk. I don't know if I can show it to you here. Let's see. So this side, I kind of covered it up with this pillar, but this side did not line up one for one. It should have been perfect if it was to be in measurement with the rest of that, not just for aesthetics and so forth, but it helps players build on top of these things. If you aren't going to give us this as a floor, I mean, if this isn't going to be a floor, it should at least be an even unit of measurement, so when we use foundations and ceilings to make them functional, it's one for one. But instead it's like 1, 2, 3, 4 and a half to match it. You know what I mean? It doesn't match. It should be exact. So I don't understand why they do that. They know that one of the main core ingredients of ARK is that you are building. Everyone builds. And they should help you do that. It shouldn't be a frustrating battle. And that's why I have S Plus installed on here, is because to help alleviate some of that frustration. So what am I doing right now? Well, I wanted to start on the kitchen. Kat apparently isn't going to join me tonight. She isn't logged in. She's still over at the original place. She hasn't logged in since I moved. And let's see, so I have the generator turned off so it isn't just sitting there burning gas. But I need to make a fridge, and the S Plus fridge requires polymer. And what do you use to make polymer? You use obsidian, and I have not seen much obsidian on this map. So that's what I need to locate. Also, it doesn't get dark here. There's not a nighttime. Oops. Yeah, there's never a nighttime. Why is it? I keep pushing the thing. There. So you never really get a need to have lights and all that stuff in your base, but now I'm sure everyone's screaming. They're like, "Oh, there's lots of obsidian at blah blah blah." Well, I don't know where that is yet, so I have not found obsidian. I think I found a little bit by some crystal. I think it was around here I saw these. I don't quite understand these defender units. You can't harvest them. You can't harvest them, and when I first got in here, they weren't attacking. Now they are. So I don't know what changed. They weren't at first. I was walking right up to them and they were just walking around, not bothering me. Huh. Really after me? I'll just drag him over here and leave him. Yeah, I saw a piece of it sitting here, of course. It is actually. Up here? Yeah, here's where I saw I used the wrong freaking tool. Just out of habit, I always grab my hatchet. I don't want to carry anything else right now. Now he's after me. So. I killed him before. What level is that one? $24. It's not that bad. Clunk, and you can't harvest. There's like literally nothing you can do. It just does that. And then disappears. So, I don't know. The other stuff you get parts from them, like oil and obsidian. There's a croc. A couple of sarcos. Lots of sarcos around. I just want this piece of obsidian. Oh, is that not a piece? It's over here. Yeah. And the other pieces. I've just been bumping his stamina. I want to get up to like 2,000 if I can. Sarge wasn't the biggest tame. When I tamed him, he was like 140 something, or I don't remember. He had cool event colors, so I couldn't resist. I'm a sucker for the colors. Even the natural colors of some of these are awesome. I have been over to the domes, if those of you poor suckers that are on PlayStation. Actually, I went out and bought a PlayStation. How many years after its release I finally bought one, because Red Dead, I just couldn't resist. I had to buy it. Now I've got a console that I'll have like 3 games on. I'm such an idiot. I shouldn't have done it. So this dome is the desert one, and then there's the snow one over there. And they do that super weird thing when you go inside of the dome, you can't see outside of it. I assume they might have done that for performance reasons. But it's sure a weird thing to watch. So we go inside, we look behind us, there's Sanctuary. We go inside, wow. Whole different environment. And Sanctuary's gone. Yep. And I think maybe there are day and night cycles in here. I don't know. I should totally dive bomb that, but griffins do get feared by humans, so. Now I have been wanting to tame one of these dudes over here, but I don't have any mutton. Kind of weird looking, aren't they? Kind of stubby. Yeah, I have no mutton right now, so it's a waste of time. I don't even know if there is mutton on this map. I was thinking of bringing a few over from Ragnarok, but here we go. We're gonna cross. Ready? Blink. Now we're back to our regular. I did try a couple times to tame a gas bag. They're actually a pain in the butt to try and tame alone. It would be so much easier to tame if someone held them while you shot tranks. I did manage to knock one out, but it was only level 30, and I was like, you know, this is a waste of my time. So I just let him wake up and walked away. I was almost out of stamina. Also, a very interesting design choice that when you're out in these arid areas, your health and water drops dramatically. Which, I see why they did that, I get it, but doesn't that mean that half the map is not inhabitable by people wanting to make bases on the public servers? It's kind of like... see what's smoking over here. Oh. Heck. What is it? Oh, it's a drop. Totally don't know what to do. Huh. How do you get into it? I don't know what's happening. Oh, initially the sequence. You have to fight creatures to get it, don't you? Hostiles approaching. Well, hostiles, I can just fly away, so... It's really freaky out here. Something's supposed to happen. What level are those over there? Is there supposed to be like hyper super good stuff in here, or what? This is obsidian? Just stone and oil. Interesting. Does nothing. Can't see outside the force field. What am I supposed to do? So there's all these little baddies out there. It makes a force field so I can do what? Pronto's getting owned by freaking Diplos. Can't, Huh, yeah, they can't come in the force field area. So doesn't that mean this is when you'd want to grab the stuff? But it's not letting me. They're definitely attacking the force field. Oh, you thought I was going to be nice and save you? Wrong. Need hide. Okay, this is all neat and fine and stuff, but what do I do with this thing? Huh. If I was supposed to defeat things, I think they're gone. Oh, nope, there's one there. Can I shoot through the... I don't think so. Nope. Corrupted Rex over there. Yeah. Wave 0 of 5. One hostile remaining. You have to beat waves of stuff. That's really weird. What the hell kind of gameplay is that? If you don't beat them, it just goes poof. That doesn't make sense. There's a gas bag. 18. Need food. This place drains your victuals. You know, come to think of it, I don't think I have anything at the house. At the base, I think I need to go to our other place where Cat's sleeping at, because there's food there, I know. They should at least had it explode or something. Just disappear. It's really lame. Maybe there's tech replicators in it. That'd be awesome. Of course, the tech replicator has to be powered by a tech generator. Chug, chug. Okay, there's the other griffin. Grab some food. That's passed out on the floor. Nope, don't turn on. Take this to make some more tranks. Yeah, so this is our little base. And there's the a city terminal, and we did eventually have some corrupted dinos wander from that arid area, and they started attacking, and they can go through stone, so that sucks. That's why I decided it was time to move. We're running level 6 difficulty, which makes a max level 180. So 180 corrupted T-Rex wandering out pretty much annihilate our place. So probably don't want to be there. See, that's how you find it. And we're back. It's a little bit of obsidian. Hopefully enough. Can make 18. How many does it need? 15. We also need electronics, which needs silica pearls. I can make 19 of those, and it needs 10. Yeah, we can make it, I think. I need to turn on power. Let's do the exact amount so we don't accidentally go over. We want the S+1. So we want 10 and 15. Okay. So 15. Oops. And 10 of these. And we need 10 more metal. I think I have that over here. I think I have that over here. Okay, 10. You know, I could have just pulled. So Alright, S plus, refrigerator, 1. Ta-da! Don't need this. Crafting station. Now let's see. I was thinking this could be like where we have a table and stuff. So the main stuff would go here. Maybe I should set up the rest of everything before I go placing the fridge. I think we'll be alright. I want the fridge in the corner. Oops, not the shotgun. Fridge. Two totally separate things. Shotgun and fridge. Not the same. Okay. Oh no, we screwed that up. Didn't we? Oh yeah. No. Pick up the fridge. Ta-da! Perfect, right? I think it is, actually. I was being sarcastic. No, it actually is. And it's powered. That's always nice. Put this in there, and might as well... I don't want that. Yeah... Okay. Right. I don't think we have any narco in here. Nope. We do have some meat. We're spoiling this though on purpose. Got a lot more decorating to do. We got a lot more furniture to put in here and all sorts of cool stuff. Just to make it look nice, and I think it's so awesome to be able to look up and see. It's not so nice when the meteors start falling. There's another one of those drops. So when you hear that sound, you go look for the smoke, and then you fight waves to get hopefully something better than the normal ARK drops. Like I said, hopefully tech replicators, tech generators, things like that. That's worth it. But first we need some dinos that can handle it. Now these stegos might, but I don't know if they'd be able to get there in time. They're all almost level 300. Classy. Alright guys, it is almost 2:30 here in the morning. So I'm going to call it a night and probably pick up tomorrow. I don't know what time that would be. I tend to only get on here when everyone goes to bed. That's why I call it Cursed Dawn Late Night Gaming. Of course, I call it Cursed Dawn because I stay up till dawn. But, anyway, see you guys in the next stream, probably tomorrow-ish sometime. And, I didn't have anybody join me tonight, but these will be on YouTube, which is kind of where I get the most response anyway. So please follow me on YouTube and like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and Twitch. I'd love to be a Twitch creator affiliate. Is that what they call it? Yeah, Twitch affiliate. That'd be nice. So anyway, until next time, guys, enjoy your games.